Credit. It's something we don't often think about until it comes time to apply for a loan or credit card. And in the U.S., your credit history can be the key to unlocking the doors to many of life's large-scale purchases, which is why the practice of credit data reporting has been around for years.
The year was 1899. The place was Atlanta. Siblings Cater and Guy Wolford embarked on a mission to gain a greater understanding of a person's financial behavior. So they traveled door to door, interviewing merchants about their customers. They took down names and made specific notes about the payment habits of each individual. The information they gathered would determine who was considered creditworthy. It was data research in its most raw and simplest form. The Wolfords would go on to sell their lists to merchants, and so was born the Retail Credit Company. As time passed, the business moved into auto and fire insurance. Then, in 1965, the company went public. And by the late 70s, the Retail Credit Company became known by its present-day name, Equifax.
Today, Equifax markets itself as a global information solutions company. Under current chairman and CEO Rick Smith, Equifax has seen large shareholder returns and market capitalization growth of nearly $8 billion. His secret to corporate sustainability is the subject of today's Executive Profiles.
We're sitting here at the Junior Achievement Discovery Center, and right over my shoulder, Rick, is the Equifax booth. You guys made quite a commitment to Junior Achievement to be part of this great program.
This whole setting is fabulous, David. Fabulous. Yes, and JA is very important to us. Generically, what's important to us is educating consumers of all ages about the importance of understanding credit and the importance of credit in their lives. So we're happy to be a sponsor of JA. It's been a great investment for us.
Born and raised in Fort Wayne, Indiana, attended Purdue. Your leadership has a unique style to it, and I'm curious to know, what were those inflection points growing up as a kid, in college, and in your career with General Electric that you think helped shape you to where you are today?
I think so much of our leadership style is born at a young age. My father was a very successful businessman, very hardworking, very smart. Is a workaholic and completely dedicated his career making his family a better, put us in a better spot. While at Purdue, I think you may recall, David, I wrestled.
Yes.
Wrestled as a kid and all the way through college, and that instills a competitive fire. And I was really, really fortunate to have spent 22 years working at GE and working with some really smart people, being mentored by Jack Welch. And I think that the great fortune I had is, in those 22 years, I was with 8 different businesses. That combined with just the culture of what GE is and was and is, those three things of childhood, Purdue, wrestling, and academics, and GE, has fortunately given me a foundation to hopefully share with others. And that's the most rewarding part of my job, is sharing my mistakes and my learnings with others.
I can't believe we're almost coming up on your 11th anniversary with Equifax. Tell me, in those 11 years, how has the company changed?
It has been a fabulous run. I was blessed to have inherited a great company, and we're 117 years old this year. I'd say the primary difference in the company is the culture of the company has changed. We're a company that is really innovative. We are generating 50 to 75 new products every single year. We made a strategic pivot starting back in 2006. And today, roughly 40–45% of our revenue is the old CRA, and 55% or more, and growing, is non-legacy credit reporting business.
I think it's the part of Equifax that people didn't understand, is that inside, while yes, the credit data was really important, the talent that existed, especially the PhDs and the doctor, all those people who were doing the analytics, that level of consulting that you gave to your clients was something I don't think it was fully appreciated, and has helped the company grow even more.
The need for analytics just on the credit report was valuable, but not nearly as valuable as it is today or what it will be in the future. For example, we now have 300 million consumers' payroll data. We have $14 trillion of property data. We have $14 trillion of wealth data. We have utility data. Plus, we have almost 1 billion consumers' credit files and 100 million companies' credit information.
Right.
You take that rich, unique database combined with technology platforms and really smart PhDs, rocket scientists to build algorithms to predict insights. It's transformed our company.
I feel like Equifax has invested quite heavily in this metropolitan area. What makes it work?
It's a combination of factors. One, it's a long legacy of the company, being one of the older companies in town, feeling committed to give back and work with the community and the city. Two, selfishly, when I first came here, trying to transform the company, the brand of who we are within the business community and within academics. It was very important that I get out and be more of a face for Equifax to the community, being the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce as an example.
Right.
Maybe the third point is we have a philosophy at Equifax that it's not just important to be a great company for your shareholders, customers, and employees, but you have to have soul, have to be a good company to give back to the communities that you work. This is a very, very important community for us.
Recently announced that you're going to be moving into what we old-timers called the IBM Tower, One Atlantic Center, right in the heart of Midtown. What does that signal for Equifax, and what does it signal for the city of Atlanta that you're committing to this in town?
The company of the future will continue to rely upon the millennials of today, and trying to draw that talent to remote areas of Atlanta versus the heart of Atlanta and Midtown. It's harder, and hence the flip. It's easier for us to get the great talent here in Midtown. So we're committed. We're here for the long run. Again, it's been 117 years, committing to bring another 650 jobs to Atlanta, which, by the way, will give our total metro Atlanta area employment approximately 2,500.
What would you be doing with your time if you hadn't necessarily gone down the path of running a business? Was there something else? Is there any other passion that maybe you could have seen yourself doing?
No, I don't live my life that way. I live my life in the current moment and maybe the future. This company's in great shape financially, talent-wise, process-wise. We have people in this company who are deserving to have my seat. And there'll become a point in time when they'll have my seat. And I do have aspirations for what might lie ahead. I can tell you one thing it's not, and that's to go be another public company CEO.
This is it.
11 years is a long time, and if you add X number of years on top of that. But I still have a lot of aspirations. I'm young, I'm healthy, and so there'll be something else to come post-Equifax.
Good.
But it won't be a public company.
Rick Smith's reputation of getting things done makes him highly sought after. He serves on a variety of boards, including that of the Commerce Club, the Atlanta Committee for Progress, and Southern Methodist University's Cox School of Business. He recently scored big as co-chairman of the Atlanta Super Bowl bid committee, helping the city successfully land the 2019 Super Bowl. Up next, Patrick Crosby takes us by the numbers to show how luxury apartment living is leaving many out in the cold. And he examines the financial fallout of the Affordable Health Care Act. Don't go anywhere. BIZ will be right back.